Bella had just answered a video call from her husband. She had only said a few words when her expression suddenly changed. Panicked, she quickly ended the call. Her companion casually walked into the room, while Bella felt a wave of dread, uncertain if her husband had seen what had just happened. In a hurry, Bella rushed home, but on the way, her husband called again. She hesitated for a moment, then decided to hang up. Little did she know, this decision would lead her into a nightmare. Soon after, Bella and her companion stopped at a gas station. While they were paying, Bella noticed bloodstains all over the shelves. Panic swept over her as she tried to leave, but before she could reach the door, a bullet hit her arm. She fell to the ground screaming in agony. Another bullet shattered the window. Bella quickly ducked behind a shelf, crying out for help, but no one answered. She ripped off a piece of clothing to wrap her wound and began searching for a way to escape. Just as she peeked out, a bullet struck her again. She collapsed to the floor, desperately trying to reach her phone to call the police, but it had been knocked away. As Bella sank into despair, she suddenly heard the voice of a man. Looking around, she realized the voice was coming from a walkie-talkie. In an attempt to distract the shooter, Bella tossed 2 bags of chips into the air, grabbed the walkie-talkie and tried to call for help. However, just as she was about to speak, the walkie-talkie was suddenly jammed. Meanwhile, outside, her companion had noticed something unusual. Although the car hadn't started, the fuel gauge was dropping. Confused, he crouched down to inspect and found a large hole in the gas tank. He quickly headed to the convenience store, unaware that he was walking into a deadly trap. Suddenly, a bullet pierced his neck. Bella could only watch helplessly as he bled out on the floor. At that moment, the voice on the walkie-talkie made Bella realize she couldn't just wait to die. She begged the man to call the police, but he told her it would take about 15 minutes for them to arrive. In an effort to calm her down, the man started chatting with her to distract her. However, when they discussed her dead companion, the man coldly remarked,
"'Cause I blew his head off."
Bella was stunned. She had been talking to the killer the whole time. It was clear the man was toying with her, and Bella fell back into despair. She forced herself to stand up, slowly extending her right hand. The killer had been watching her all along. At that moment, Bella decided to turn off the lights and make her escape. She reached for the switch, but the bullet came again. She frantically tried to hit the switch with various objects, but nothing worked. Then, by chance, she realized the shelves were movable. She quickly dropped to the ground and unlocked the wheels on the shelf, planning to use it as cover as she slowly moved toward the switch. Once the convenience store plunged into darkness, the killer stopped firing. Behind the counter, Bella discovered the cashier's body. At that moment, she suddenly realized something.